F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh
What's
out.
up? We back again and
Man, get
again
your
and
cup.
again. Get your cups. Which one? Which one? That one
Hey
there,
man, you get your
or a
cup,
little something, or a
man.
little
You can
little
get your
something.
muggy tin. Hold up now. Hold up
Which
now. You
which
get
one
your
we?
muggy tin cracking. Hold up.
Little
Get your
Muggington.
mug cracking, you know what I'm saying? The
Okay,
fresh
get.
out joint,
All
we
right, all
got
right.
these, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get gangster, we got this shot glass with the
Oh shoot!
most dangerous podcast, man.
In
Let's
the
go,
world,
man.
Craig. In the
Come on,
world.
man.
Rap City, no basement. Iceberg.
Man. You get the
What's
OG
goody?
joint too, you know what I'm saying?
And there
Take
you
it to
have
work
it.
with you.
Yeah.
Man, Saturday
Peace.
night, man. Dude, 3 streams this week, man. 3.
Dos tres. We up in here.
Y'all
We
thought
are
y'all
up
thought
in
we was
here.
play pimping, man. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got more than a treat. Y'all got
Man,
three
come on,
three
man.
times the dose of
Man,
the
come on,
Yola,
man.
of the A1 Yola. Y'all got three
Bebo P's in
times
the
the
build, man.
dose.
Birthday boy, man. What's good, man?
Hey man, back at it, ready to rep for the people. Peace to J Camp and L the Podfather. Les Dog, what up? Everybody out there, what up? Iceberg, what's the deal with you, bruh?
Hey, man, we good, man. Hey, I just want to start off real quick, man. Like I said, welcome back to the channel. Fresh out. We're building a hip hop
Mm-hmm.
community, man. Rawthing.com. Go to our Facebook page, man, and just check out a lot of cool articles, pictures. You know
Indeed.
what I'm saying? It's not just the IG joint, man. We got a whole movement we doing over there, man. Shout out to DJ Scanless too, man, for hitting us up, man. I was
Yes,
I was
yes.
trolling on Facebook and basically put something in his group. And he hit us up and loved it, man. So we want to get him on it too. But shout out to him, man, just for sending a really dope message, saying he loved the show, loved the guys, man. So like I said, we're trying to do big things, man. Connect people together. We just had a dope show yesterday with Spice King, man, holding it down was really dope. Had Les Dog on here, really killed it. If you love what you're seeing, man, hit that cash app, man. You know the
That's
Fresh
right.
Out show. Show some love, man. We actually will. If you leave us a message, we will say it on screen for you. But like I
Yep.
said, we're trying to do something real, man, over here. So this is why we gave you 3 streams, man. Like the other thing too, man, is want to give a shout out to our guy Big Chris, man. His mom passed away. And when we were in college, man, she looked out for me, man. She looked out and just showed a lot of love, man. She was a really sweetheart, I mean, OG, and like I said, Big Chris is one of the fam. So, just want to shout out
Peace.
to him and his family, man, his brother Michael, man, and like I said,
Condolences, Big
condolences to his
Chris.
moms, man. Like I said, like Big Chris is an OG, man. He schooled, man. I was square, you know what I'm saying? And he put me on a lot of game, man. So I just appreciate him and his family, man, no doubt.
Yeah,
Um,
Big Chris was, and he was an OG,
man, come
even
on,
at
man.
his young age, man, back in the college era, back in our college era. So,
Hey man, he put me up to a lot of game, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
I'm
he,
still a suburb cat, man, but he
yeah,
put me up on a lot
oh
of game,
man,
man. You know what I'm saying?
but it just goes to show that we can imagine where most of that game came from,
Facts,
in that
facts.
loving individual who has now gone on to glory. So condolences once again, Big Chris, man, and
Yeah. If you
comfort,
know his mama,
prayers and
man,
comfort.
her smile, man, was just like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay,
she was OG, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to
there you
Chris,
have it.
man, and all the fam, man. He's holding it down. We got a good show for y'all today, man. Saturday, it's the weekly wrap up, man. This is what we do, kind of putting
Yeah.
y'all up to a little game, man. We got to talk about Roc. We got to talk about that Will Smith. We
Okay.
may talk about a little Mozzie, man, if J Camp jump on. Again, shout out to J
It's all
Camp,
good either way.
LB the Podfather, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good show today, man, and kind of get in.
Hit that
Um,
subscribe if you haven't yet.
oh yeah.
Hit that like button and bang on that notification bell just so you
Mhm.
can make sure you get all of the alerts before we go on live. And appreciate y'all in advance and after the fact in supporting Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous podcast, man. So
Hey
without
man, this
further
is the
ado,
thing, man. We got to start off with.
uh-oh.
But hold on. First
Where we
of all, we
going?
got to start with one thing first, man. I got to
What's
give
that?
just some shout out and some love to
Okay.
my guys Wallow and
Okay.
Gilly the
Yeah.
Kid, man. First of all,
Yeah.
uh, um, Gilly, man, like he's different, man. Like I said, man, if you don't know Gilly, he is he can spit, number one, man. But both of these dudes really care about the community, man. And we don't call him the kid, we call him the king. A lot of people don't Gilly the kid, he's Gilly the king to us. So they're giving out $4 million, man, in grant money to minority-owned businesses and non-for-profits. I think this is huge, man. Again, these brothers, man, Philly representing all day long. They've been through everything, the mud, everything. They're doing that mudslide like our guy, man, Vic, you know what I'm saying,
There
Spencer,
you
man. They're
go.
doing that
There you
mudslide,
go.
man. They really doing their thing, holding it down.
Peace to Vic too.
Just want to give them a shout out, man, and some love, man. And just the question, man, is like, I see these brothers doing their thing, man. I see them giving up that big bread, and it's a grant situation. So, it's not their money, but they're putting it in the right situations. The question is, man, Bebo, why aren't other cats doing this, man? Why aren't the people who supposedly care about the community that have even more bread than Wallow and Gilly, and they're breaded up? Why don't you think some of these other cats, man, are doing what they're doing?
I think in essence, it goes to that phrase that you and I talk about quite a bit. And, I hear a lot from you, and it's having a kingdom mindset or just kingdom building mindset, so to speak.
Right.
And that's what I'm seeing here with this announcement of Wallow and Gilly the Kid of $4 million being granted, no pun intended, to minority owned businesses. I mean, that speaks volumes. I would hope that when it said, you got to be careful about that word minority, because it doesn't just mean black.
Well, this thing with Wallow
I would
and Gilly,
imagine
we know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm trying to say is I hope that it's gonna largely and mostly go to black communities, so to speak, and black people, because we know how very difficult it is to obtain a loan from the bank if you're trying to start brick and mortar business or a business of any kind, and how difficult it is to gain access to funding just in general, and how long it's been for us to be how difficult rather it's been for us to get such necessary funding to get our LLCs or sole proprietorships off the ground. So something like this, hey, this is a great step in the right direction. These brothers aren't just earning profits and utilizing the resources just for themselves. They're doing it for the community. And for that, I got to salute Wallow and Gilly the Kid. But Iceberg, you could take us home with this one.
Man, like I said, man, Wallow's a real one. You know what I'm saying? Gilly's
Right.
been,
Yeah.
I've known Gilly longer than Wallow. But both of these gentlemen, man, like real ones, they're really doing their thing out here, man. You got to salute them, man. And a lot of the cats, man, that kind of down these dudes because they look at them as street dudes. They're doing more than you. So my thing is take some notes, man, and imagine if some of the movers and shakers that talk really did what Wallow and Gilly are doing right here. And I think this is amazing, man. We got to salute them. You know what I mean? And this is how we start off the show, man. We always start off with something positive, man, for the brothers. You know what I mean?
Hey,
and the sisters too, and the queen.
Hey, I can understand why you got the picture of this going on right there, because that's a
strong
power move right there, man. With that grant money for our communities, man. Yeah. So big ups to Wallow.
The other thing too, man.
What's that?
Churches take some notes, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been changing your tune, man. TD Jakes is over here, you know what I'm saying, tap dancing, you know what I'm saying? Change his tune up a little bit.
Creflo Dollar.
I was about to call him DJ Cash. Shout out to DJ Cash too.
Man.
Creflo changed up his tune, man, saying he looked so wrong with the bread. Say, man, to me, we need to start investing our bread into the youth, and also into making sure that we have some after school programs, man, and some daycares, man, because I understand that 80% of most of the African American kids are being born into single mother or single parent households. So they need some daycare, they need some love, they need some support, man, because grandma can't always watch the kid, you know what I'm saying? So again, we need some after school programs, some buildings, man, and actually do some real things, man, out here. So
absolutely,
it is what it is. But
yeah.
Talking about real ones, man.
Uh-oh.
We gotta talk about Orange Man Bad. He's back, man. Jumbo Bond, man. For Orange Man Bad. I know y'all mad. Don't click off, man.
Oh boy.
Nelly basically opened up. Let's be clear, he wasn't even the opening act. He opened up for a Donald Trump supported event, man, that Live Golf tournament in New York. Shout out to all our golfers, man.
Peace.
You know, Nelly was performing, man, getting busy, which is crazy, man, that Nelly is actually opening up for a Trump joint. But my thing is, what do you think about that, number one, man? And number two, do you think, man, the black community misses Trump, man? Because since Biden's been in there, man, no, he's getting rid of the cools, man, the menthols, man, he the fellow bikes, man. Yeah, Kamala ain't doing nothing, man. The pearls and the chucks, man, looking dusty right now. You know, do you think the black community is kind of, and of course the gas is going down right now because it's getting close to election. You know what I'm saying? But do you think the black community misses Trump, man?
I think that if the black community misses Trump, they won't ever dare say it.
Oh,
they're as quiet as a church mouse about that. I think that, and by the way, I'm not speaking on either side as a Democrat, Republican, either way.
No.
That's not where I'm coming from. We're just coming from a non-biased space here. But we do understand at the same time that we are in a recession from what it seems. Like you said, gas prices are still extremely high. The housing market is in dangerous territory from what real estate professionals are saying. And just the list just goes on and on. So I do think that quietly the black community they just won't say it because they voted for the guy that's currently in office now. And there's just so much pride with a lot of folks, man, in our community that they just can't open themselves up to saying that, hey, you know what, you know, that vote may or may not have been a mistake, whatever way that they voted. So I think that's the situation there. Regarding what I think about 45's presence there overall, or rather just him with Nelly and that whole situation taking place, I do think that everything is political. Even though 45's not like a politician for like of the ilks of, you know, those who have been in for a very long time. So everything is strategic. I do think this is a play to, you know, maybe get back in with our community to some degree. Maybe. I don't know.
Hey, get that hot and hair guy. We got to get him.
Yeah. So I don't know. Those are just a few up in the air thoughts. Iceberg. You let us know, man. Do you think some folks are wanting to rock that red MAGA hat in our community?
Oh man, sell that dope again.
I guess
make America sell that dope again. Man, I think they really missing Trump, man. Everybody, this is the thing. You got modern black women wanting to shack up with a man. They trying to find a roommate. So I think, they hurting a little bit. I think, man, the rent price is going up, milk going up, them eggs is going up. Shout out to
the supply
DJ
chain.
Fish Grease. Fish Grease just said it's going up. You know what I'm saying? Now you got people apologizing, trying to get back in. So they definitely missing that orange man bad. But again, like I said, no Democrat, no Republican over here, man, at all.
No.
But it's all about that shmoney. And if you understand what's going on, man, it's gonna get tough.
Here's another thing too, though, real quick. I don't see any outrage about Nelly or anybody who knows about this story. I don't see any outrage about this. So I think I'm not saying that this is like national news, but
I think Nelly will get some backlash.
You would think. Yeah, you would think. But it's again crickets. So hey. Hey.
Hey man, you know what? Like I really do think you know, it's almost like a good girlfriend or boyfriend, man, and you kind of fumbled it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I think cats, you know, they really went in thinking Kamala was a black woman and that she wasn't locking people up when she was in Cali, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hey man, shout out to Nightmare in the building.
Peace to Nightmare. Was good, bro.
Was goody.
What's goody gumdrop? What is good?
So, you know, I think cats, man, I think they missing Trump just a little bit, man. At this thing, man, if y'all don't understand what's going on with Biden about to get this crime bill cracking, y'all in the world of hurt. You know what I'm saying? Understand the game, man. So if anything, if you didn't see this week, they just try to ban them assault rifles. So go ahead and cop them now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, understand what's going on so you can make better decisions for your family and don't make decisions out of emotions.
There you
So
have it. There you have
it is
that.
what it is, man. But let's see if Nelly gets a little bit of kickback. I think people don't even care no more, man. They don't even care.
They don't. They see it and they're like, yeah, at least you're getting paid or
At
something
least
like
you get, I
that.
mean,
So
he getting his money.
yeah, and he is. So hey,
Man, speaking of money, man, we gotta talk about my man Rock.
Money
You know what I'm saying?
Marciano.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
This thing, man, if you just new to hip hop, you just be listen to the radio, you listen to Hot 97 or something like that. You only listen to goofy stuff, man, that is suggested to you from your playlist on Spotify. Man, Roc Marci is the next dude up. Really, he's been in the game for a long time, but as
Yeah.
far as to me taking that torch, that if you haven't seen our interview with Vic Spencer, go check that out. We were talking about him in the Vic interview.
We did.
Rock is next up. Method Man even said this on Math Hoffa's podcast, man.
Right.
That Rock is next up, man. This dude is just a bar spitter. I know Nightmare is a fan of Rock. Same
Oh
thing with
yeah.
Jay Kemp. He just announced that him and Alchemist are about to drop an album on August 26th at the end of the month. Next month. The Elephant Man's Bones. Woo! Ice-T's on this joint. And Action, man. What's your thoughts, man, on this project, man?
Wow. Man, real excited about this one when it drops next month, man.
Yes,
In
sir.
addition to having worked together on that Greenberg EP with Oh No back in 2011,
Yeah.
Roc Marciano and Alchemist, man, their songs together along with let's just say the one with Black Thought called Roman Candles. The one called
Yes.
yeah. There's one called In Heaven's Home that had Prodigy on it. There's another one called Dean Martin Sheets. Another one called yeah.
Not the
There's
Dean
another
Martin sheets,
Dean
dog, with
Martin
that
sheet.
yak on the
Yeah,
sheet.
hey, that was a smooth one too.
Smell.
All for it. And Harry O. And maybe some other joints that I'm leaving out, but I mean, those joints along with that Greenberg EP project, man, that has me personally ready for hearing what the Elephant Man Bones album is really all about for this team up. This is Alchemist and Roc Marciano's first LP together. Because the
touch, man.
Yeah, Peace to Touch, man. Welcome, bro. Yeah, that Greenberg project, that was an EP. This is going to be their first LP. And for Alchemist to mention in the articles that there's nobody that he'd rather do a whole album for after collaborating with Currency for the Continuance album, couple that with Alchemist and Roc Marci songs that I just mentioned, I can see, like Iceberg alluded to, I can see why Method Man called him the Hempstead art, or as Roc Marci called it, the Pimpstead artist. I can see why Meth called him a genius, man. Yeah, that Pimpire genius.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's a genius that's underrated, man. I can see why Meth considered him that, and why Meth wants to see him hit it big, man. And by the way, shout out to Math Hoffa for that Meth interview. But yeah, Roc Marci, man, we're definitely looking forward to this Elephant Man's Bones. Iceberg, what's your words on this one?
This thing, man, I'm a new Rock fan. I've only been listening to Rock for the past 3 to 6 months, man.
Okay.
So I'm just digesting a lot of his work, man, because he's heavy in the game.
Man, I'll tell you. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
What you said just made me think of something. The first time you might have heard him was when he was a part of Flip Mode Squad for a little bit of time.
Ooh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like in the beginning of Flip Mode. He kind of came in later on, maybe in between the first and or second album, Flip Mode albums. I can't remember which one, but he was kind of a ladder member at the time. So you can bet your bottom dollar that Bus during that time frame had schooled him on the do's and the don'ts, and helped to give him a roadmap, so to speak, of wisdom and guidance on how to maneuver in the game in his own right. So I just wanted to kind of give you a frame of reference as far as Roc Marci's beginnings. And by the way, come to think of it, I want to say that there's a joint that he did with Dilla and
Mm.
Big. Don't quote me on that all the way. And folks, help me out on that one. I thought that there was a joint with those two, Nightmare, Touch. You might have to wipe the dust on that memory, but I thought that there was a joint with uh Dilla and yeah. Let me see. Touch says, "Damn, he
I
gave birth
agree,
to that
man.
Griselda son." He did.
Cass
He
might
did.
disagree, but I agree
I agree.
100%, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, I'm a baby fan, so of course I heard Griselda before I heard Rock, and yeah,
Oh
I can see
yeah,
that all day.
absolutely, man. I can see
Mhm.
that too, man.
He was
Peace to
bringing back that
Griselda.
grimy New York swag, man, all day long, man, and they
Yep.
never changed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you listen to or at least some of Rock Marcy's beats that Alchemist produced, at
Yeah.
least a couple that, or the couple or few that I heard, it sounds like the Firm should have rocked on it for their album. And
Mhm.
I think I've heard a while ago that they consider him the godfather of underground hip hop, and I
Mhm.
can understand why. The more material you hear from Roc Marciano, and you couple the potency of Roc Marciano as an artist with
Mhm.
the overall potency and current potency, by the way, of Alchemist. Because you already know, we said this before on this platform, he's one of the couple or few producers that's really just doing it with
Yeah,
consistency
he's
and
killing it,
just dope beats.
killing it.
This is going to be a powerhouse album, I'd imagine.
Well, I love how they broke it up into like segments, man, almost like an old school tape with the 7
Yeah,
songs on one side and 7 on the other. Then I love the fact, man, this album cover is like kind of like an old school, like when they used to pass around CDs, man, because it's got the
yeah,
producer, it's got everything on one side, producer who mixed it, you know what I'm saying? I think it's dope. And then this artwork, man, it's just crazy. And the title, The Elephant Man's Bones, man, if you understand that, man, it's heavy. So
man.
again, man, Rock is just, I think, man, I don't think, again, we always talk about, man, will hip hop ever get back to mainstream? Will it get back on Hot 97, Rosenberg? Will it get back on these on these channels, man? I get it, man. Cats want to get the drill and the other side of the game as far as the street rap. But this is the other side of that, that real New York grimy street, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Rock is not making no song with Mariah Carey on the hook. But
Right.
to me, man, like I think there's
Something to be said about.
something you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
about,
yeah,
just
absolutely.
keeping it thorough, man. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. Let me get your just preliminary take on something real quick because I just thought about this. Uh, e- Elephant man, that's an actual like disease that causes deformities of the body. I think the
mm,
real name of it is Proteus disease or something to that effect.
mm,
And it basically enlarges like a lot of or select areas of the body, right? And it's incurable. And there's an actual individual whose bones is in a museum in London, I want to
yep.
believe, the Royal Museum in London,
Hmm.
uh, with a individual who had elephant's disease. So I want to ask you, given the fact that this is an actual disease that does this to the human body, when you look at this album cover, do you think that there's a correlation?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And
okay,
like I said, come on, man. Rock is he no dumb street dude. You know what I'm saying? This is well
never.
thought out, well crafted
Yeah,
music. Not even just the artwork, man. Like I said
yeah,
again, I love the throwback. I
masterful
love
artwork. Yeah,
masterful, one-sided, like a
yep,
CD kind of swag, you know what I'm saying? Not a digital download. And like the same thing like we said about music and physical copies when we talked to Vince Spencer this week. Um, I think this is coming back. I think even if you don't have a CD player in your car, you're copping CDs, vinyl, and that's the kind of stuff. And so the
oh yeah,
artwork is dope. I love the reference with the Elephant Man's bones and this little piece on putting all these pieces together to make a man. So it's kind of crazy, man. But I
it
think this is
is.
gonna be dope. And Touch is saying when hip hop was turning into trap, he stayed with the signature
He
underground
did.
sound.
That is true.
Then Griselda
Yes.
came out and proved he was going in the right direction. I
Yes, he
agree too,
did.
Touch.
He
You know what
he
I'm saying
did.
with that.
He he
So.
he he always kept it street. He always kept
Mhm.
it underground. He stays true to his sound, his style, and he never deviated. And for that, artists of that ilk should be highly appreciated.
And
So
shout out to Devon.
yeah,
Devon actually gave him the flyers for this week. You know what I'm saying? So
there you have it.
um, like I
Yeah,
said, man,
he deserves it.
I think Roc is really next up, man. I think he's like that one big album away. And like I said, I think a lot of cats think like a Currency, a Vic Spencer, where they're thinking 4 albums a year to 5 albums a year. And they're not really looking at a big blockbuster production. I think they're looking to make handcrafted. It's almost like IPAs. They're thinking about making handcrafted barrels of the goodness, you know what I'm saying? And only supplying, they're not worrying about who's not checking. They're worried about making sure they're supplying their current fans with what they want, and they're doing it on time. Touch is also saying, I thought it was like Elephant in the Room, alluding to how big his sound is, but how little people know where it came from.
That could, hey, I'm just somewhat speculating.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So that's a great analysis. That
Shout
could
out
be
Touch.
the case. That very well could be the case, bro. So hey,
Mhm.
yeah,
But again, it goes
great
back. This is
perspective.
3-dimensional test, man. Like
Yeah,
this isn't just like some simple songs to kind of put in the whip, man, and
right.
the beats moving everything. This is well crafted, man. So again,
Very,
I'm
very well
excited about
crafted.
this, and I definitely want to hear what J. Kim has. I think he might be jumping on in a minute, so we might have to come back to this.
It's all good.
But I also want to talk today about just a topic, man, that's been going on this week, man. But I want to kind of flip it a little bit. I wanted to talk about, and I need your opinion on this, Touch, Bruce. If you still in, let us know. But I want to talk about Juelz, man, and
Okay.
of course, man, Funk. 1 week it was Conway. This week is Juelz. If you don't remember Juelz, man, if you under 40, Juelz was a spitter, man. Early 2000s, man. He had the game on lock. You know what I'm saying? At the age of a teenager, he had it on lock, man. He had all the keys, man, that he could have did his thing, and got caught up with a lot of situations that kind of derailed that. Obviously Funk Flex is calling him out and basically saying, hey man, you ain't dropping no music, man. Hey, if you really a rapper, drop some music in 6 days. Drop some new music in 6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, we saw him on that Versus stage. He looked bad, man. He looked bad on that stage, man. What's your thoughts about this beef situation, number one? And number two, is there a more disappointing artist, man, ever than Juelz Santana?
Well, let me start by saying that I could see Flex's point in all of this.
Facts.
In 2 years worth of time, Juelz has had more than enough time to give people some solo music from him. But it seems we don't just not have an album from Juelz. We don't even have any new songs or a single to stream whatsoever, at least from what I know, or lack thereof. The latest thing that I remember from Juelz is what you stated or alluded to, which is that epic versus show of the Locks whooping Dipset. And the second thing that I can think of is a Juelz video of him getting new teeth that he received. I think it was shortly after he got released from lockup. So given look, I personally even know some folks that aren't the best at finishing or even starting things in life as they should and that they're purposed to do. So I can agree with Flex in this case, that Juelz or artists like that do need to drop something. Just, get off, just prioritize what it is that they're purposed and crafted to do in music. So as far as any artists that what was the question? Are there any artists that are just as bad?
More disappointing. So this
More
thing,
disappointing?
let me give you a list.
Okay. That's gonna help.
Corey Guns.
Oh, shoot.
Papoose.
Okay.
Uncle Murder, which
Okay.
J.R. Ryder, same camp too.
Okay. Well,
No, I ain't done.
okay.
I ain't done.
Oh, okay. All right.
Memphis Bleak.
Okay.
Okay. And I got one more, man. Lloyd Banks.
Okay. And you guys help out with this list as well. Add on
Yeah.
to it if
And I was gonna put
need
True
to.
Light, but I don't really even consider him. He ain't dropped nothing real. So
Who'd you say there?
I said True Light, but he ain't really dropping nothing.
Okay.
Out of those cats, man, what you thinking, man?
Well,
Is he worse than all them? Well, as far as disappointing, who had the worst? If you just tapping in, who is the most disappointing rapper as far as their career? Like they had everything, the skill, label was behind them. They had the shmoney,
yeah,
they had the crowd, they had they had the look, they had the appeal, and they didn't do nothing with it.
Well, and I guess now that you add that context a little bit, oh gosh, oh man,
Jay Electronica,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
That selection right there, I think supersedes all of them, all of the others, including maybe even, I would say even including over Juelz Santana.
Wow,
because he had, Juelz had some hype, during the Dipset prime, whenever they first emerged and dropped their albums, the first couple albums or so. But Jay Electronica, he as an artist was dang near like the Detox album, because he had so much hype built up off of that Exhibit C, I think is what it was called, that song.
Everybody was going crazy. Dude, you had Just Blaze.
Yeah. And speaking of which, you might have to throw somebody else in there. I just thought of this. Saigon. You might have to throw him in there.
Yeah, man. God bless.
Yeah, you might have to throw him in there as an option. Now, I will say this. Man. At least most of those, J Camp's
in the building.
What's cracking?
What's good?
So revamp that question.
Okay, so options. Hey man, J Camp, man. I need your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we talking Funk Flex and we talking Juelz Santana. Obviously, this dude was like, hey man, you ain't no real rapper. If you real, drop something in 6 days.
What type of challenge?
And we know he ain't got nothing in the chamber.
Right.
But my question is though, TJ, is he the most disappointing rapper ever as far as like having a label behind you, having money, having the appeal, having the looks, having the team, he had the Heat Makers, man. He can do every one. He had Just Blaze, but we touch went in and said Jay Elect, but I said Papoose.
You know what?
Corey Guns, Lloyd Banks,
Memphis Bleak.
Who's the worst in your opinion that fumbled the bag the most?
Man,
is it Juelz?
That's a tough one. That's a toughie.
No, I'm gonna have to go with Touch, man. I mean,
wow,
yeah.
Jay Elect is my guy, bro. But that dude had way too many opportunities.
He did
to bless us with an album. Then you want to wait like 15 years, damn near later? Like that's unacceptable.
This dude's playoff P of the rap game, dog.
Exactly. I'm not saying that Juelz ain't much better than that, but it's hard to not say that Jay Elect wins that award, bro.
I would say AZ.
You know what?
I can't say AZ, Touch.
No, this thing.
I can't say some of them.
Touch. I feel your pain, Touch, because he should have dropped way more albums, or hit the album that he did drop should have got more love. Let me put it. Let's say it like that.
There you go.
They should have got more love. He dropped the albums.
But I would say, he's actually dropped some pretty solid albums though too. AZ,
yes, I mean, he really has.
That piece of a man was crazy.
Way better than Juelz.
Yeah,
Well, and with the Jay Electronica, I think I might have to go that route too. Like I was saying before, and agree with J Camp as well, because technically Jay Elect has an album, but it was really because
Jay-Z like blessed him.
He blessed him, and he was the one. Jay-Z was the one that prompted that, and it was largely a Jay-Z album just as much as it was Jay Lex,
Featuring
if not
Jay
more
Man.
so. So I
It
don't know if I
almost
can
felt
count
like a
that.
Jay album. I mean,
Yeah,
'cause
so
we ain't heard Jay rap that good in a
right,
long time.
right. So I don't know if that even. I mean, technically, you
That
have
was
to
an alley
technically
oop
count that.
situation.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a Jay
Mhm.
Electronica full stop album.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
at least with like Lloyd Banks, you got at least several albums with him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
At least with who else did you mention? Memphis Bleak. Memphis Bleak, you
Mhm.
got some albums from him.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man,
Oh my
we
goodness.
don't even have to go there,
Ooh,
Touch.
Oh my
wow.
Touch,
We-
man.
Wow.
Touch, you going to the graveyard and just
Man,
digging up
Man.
bones, man.
You-
Oh
you-
my God.
you need to send Touch the link
Woo.
and let that man tap in. 'Cause, you know,
Man, Touch, man.
I now I almost have to take the stripes away from
Well,
Jay Elect and go with Cannabis.
I may have,
So
Cannabis. Oh my
I
God.
might have to say Cannabis. Cannabis might take the cake, bro.
Because dude,
No,
he
why is that?
he pretty much bodied the biggest dude in the game, pause, LL Cool J on his own joint and then didn't
Yeah.
cash in.
Didn't cash in on it. He went to the army.
Man, I forgot about Cannabis.
He was a soldier.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Off that. Basically, LL made him retire to become a soldier, damn near. Like when you think about that.
We gotta get Cannabis on the show, man. Shout out to
So,
Cannabis, man.
salute to
but-
Cannabis though
yeah.
for serving and protecting the nation. I mean,
Yeah.
off top. But we talking hip hop. Now, Cannabis is especially
Well,
at the peak, the arc that we put Cannabis at when he first came out, and we ain't never really heard that type of. I mean, this man was rapping about chemistry sets, damn near. He had the periodic
Yeah.
table.
He had
Going through.
that Socrates bar.
He was rapping about the elements, man.
but here's the thing, like I've learned that most people, at least not all, but most people who are very like freestyle oriented and they're master at freestyling, for
Yeah.
example,
got
and
you.
or extremely like overly extremely like
know where you're
lyrical
going.
people.
I
Yeah,
know where
they
you're
don't make
going.
the best albums.
They don't.
Oftentimes.
We talk about that a lot.
But yeah, we do.
But our guy turned that around. Royce did, because remember,
Yeah.
Royce's career
Man,
started
and
out
that-
like that.
marvelous, man. Anton, man. Like,
Man, peace to Simply
And that
Marvelous.
man would know.
Yeah.
And he
how
would know
did
more than
Cannabis
anybody.
lose his way though? Like,
And Simply
he
Marv
had
would
it in the
know.
bag.
He had it, but I
And
will
he's
say
speaking
this.
he's speaking from a first like the first eye perspective, not even third eye. He's speaking
Right.
from like he was in the booth with the man.
Right. Son One was,
What-
on an album
was
with him,
Cannabis
but
signed to Def Jam?
no,
Nah, he was with
was with,
was it Universal or was it with
it was
Columbia.
Columbia. Yeah, because he was
Okay.
with Clef. He was with Clef and them.
Okay, he's with Clef.
Yeah.
all right.
And Clef was Columbia, Rough House Columbia Records.
Yeah. But
Uh,
Royce did turn it around though, Bebo. 'Cause
No,
Royce
yeah,
started out like
absolutely.
that.
I'm not speaking like just exclusively for all of us that are.
Would
lyrical.
y'all
I'm just
say
saying just in
Shine? Would
general.
y'all say Shine was a disappointment?
No, because Sean had outside forces that dictated
he-
his career.
Did he, man?
I think anybody who's put out an album shouldn't really be fully seen as a
Wow.
disappointed.
Touch is going in.
Dang.
This dude say it was canceled. You're canceled.
Canceled, MC.
You're
Dang.
done.
I can
You're done.
understand that.
I almost put Cannabis on Dyline status, man.
But hey, here at the end of the day,
Wow.
He's almost on Dyline.
At least Cannabis can
he has
say
material.
I was on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
he
And he
has,
albums.
yeah, he does have
Dyline
albums.
didn't do shit.
Dyline, and that's exactly where I was trying to go.
Above a club.
That's all he
Man.
did.
and speaking of that, the best from that collective was E Ness.
Yeah,
shout out to Ines too,
E
man.
Ness
He-
was
yeah,
great.
he follows
And
on page.
Babs.
Shout out to Ines, man.
Yeah,
Babs
yeah.
was nice
all
too. Like
Babs,
shout out to
Babs was
Babs.
straight. Yeah, Babs was
Babs was
nice
nice,
on
too.
there. But at least most of the cats on that list and who we talking about, at least they have a project. At least they have some body of work. Juelz doesn't have anything.
You know what?
They have
That's
feel,
right.
Let me feel my face, and that's just like collecting dust with Lil Wayne. So,
Mhm.
or I'm sorry, I can't feel my face. is, I
You
think,
know
the name
what?
of it.
Man, y'all keep making me change my whole joint. Because now that Bebo brought that up, Touch, I might have to go back to Juelz because he don't even have a solo project.
He doesn't. And he, like Iceberg was saying, Juelz was smoking back in the early Dipset days.
Boy
He
joint,
was.
the Dipset anthem.
He was
had
bodying
clockwork,
stuff.
Clockwork joint was crazy.
Yep.
He was bodying tracks, man.
So to not have any body of work,
man. Tom said he sat on Canvas couch, sip Hennessy one time, man, dealing with M80, man.
Oh man.
But I'm glad though that you can kind of speak to that though. Like, you have some perspective there. You got some perspective.
But this is the thing though. Was he just like done with the industry, or did he just lose the love of rapping? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's like, hey man, I don't want to rap. I don't want to do the industry. I'll just be independent like Lupe. But then it's like, okay, you lost the love for rapping. Like we were talking about old girl from the Spark who just quit. You know what I'm saying? That Liz joint.
Yeah,
she just quit the league.
Also, you know what I'm saying? You went at one of the kings too. Like early in your career.
Think so he got blackballed and because of that, you know, some
absolutely.
stuff happened.
Def Jam's gonna make sure that dude didn't see the day he didn't see daylight no more.
And you know, LL's petty too, man. Real talk.
Hey,
facts. That's what I'm saying.
In the game.
That's what I'm saying. Touch. He didn't have a chance, bro. So like the fact that he went at that dude that early, that was like, I mean, there's not a bullet in the chamber that's gonna hit LL.
Man,
when you don't have the credibility.
But hey, Cannabis though, he was the one.
He was a monster on the mic though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was probably the main person who influenced like extreme metaphor raps. Like,
I didn't know this. I didn't know Cannabis still dropping an album. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's got several.
He dropped one last year.
He dropped one. Last year or this year actually.
Matter of fact, I thought we previewed that on Fresh Out. We may have, but I know he had vinyls and everything of that.
Oh yeah, several albums, several. It just got overshadowed. Especially after that second one. He's done
some interviews too. He's done some interviews too.
Yeah.
Lately, kind of like
we didn't mean for this to be a straight up cannabis topic, but peace to cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Peace to cannabis.
Shout out to Cannabis, man. We follow him.
Second round knockout,
man. If you see this, man, salute to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second round knockout was a problem.
Yeah,
it was a problem.
But yeah, I agree that style phased out. I agree with Tom, man.
It was a toughie, man. This is kind of a tough, but very, very good question in terms of quote unquote disappointment, because I think we have to understand the context of disappointment. Because when I think
some
about
people just looking from the outside looking in and say, "Oh, man, that dude's just trash. He just quit." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But is he trash compared to somebody who has the talent and didn't do anything with it?
Yep, the newest joint is with Pete Rock.
Dude, to the point you drunk so much syrup, your teeth rotted.
Man. Hey, folks,
was Pete Rock. Shout out to Pete Rock, man.
Peace to Pete.
Shout out to Pete Rock.
Yes.
So this is the thing, man. Going back to Juelz, man, in this situation with Funk. Should he drop some music?
Absolutely.
Or should he just say, "Oh man, dude's just trying to, egg me on. I'm gonna dismiss that."
No, he needs to drop music.
Absolutely, he does.
He needed to drop music after getting bodied on stage by Jada and Ghost.
Yep.
He needed to drop some music then just to save face.
Yes.
Because they look like they didn't belong on the stage, period. They got annihilated.
And his rag got thrown on the ground of the stage. Dang.
Right.
I said, dang. I know it was all fun and game. We get that, folks. But just from the front end, it was like, dang. Damn. Bro. Yeah.
That's deep.
Shout out to Pete, man.
That's deep. Said he never put his name on his beat.
Bro, man.
But I feel him though, man. When you somebody who's a legend like Pete Rock, you just can't put your name. You can't stamp anything.
No.
Right.
Nah, that's legacy. That's legacy work.
So long story short, man, he said Pete tripping. Pete tripping. Hey man, shout out, man. Like I said, man, I ain't never trying to get on Pete's bad side, man. He got too much time on his hand. He be on social media too much. he gonna get you, man. He's like messing with Tariq Nasheed, man. I ain't messing with him.
Oh,
but long story short, man,
Yeah.
is Juelz done, man? Is he just done?
If he doesn't do anything, then yes, he's done. Yeah, in fact, he's done until he does something in terms of putting out some albums, some music on a consistent basis. Yes. And proof of that is honestly Lloyd Banks, for example. Most folks ruled him out until he got, you know,
he's been dropping
himself
consistent good music.
Yes. And I'm not speaking as far as myself or Fresh Out, you know, considering Lloyd Banks done. I'm talking about like those out there.
And he got challenged too.
Yeah, he did
he
get
got challenged by 50.
50 Cent called him out. He was like, I bet.
50 challenged him.
Yep.
And he came with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Off top.
Hey man, since we got Jay Camp in the building, man, I kind of want to go back just real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
And talk about that Roc real quick. I just want to get your opinion on this collab situation, man. And what's your thoughts on this before we move on?
That's gonna be stupid, bro. When I mean stupid, like bananas, it's gonna be crazy. Him with Alchemist. I wonder who. I wonder if they're gonna share production, if they're gonna co-produce, because they both are phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Making beats. So I'm curious to see like how that's even gonna work. Especially,
I'm a Bank fan now too.
I think the Alchemist just need to go ahead and let Roc pick all them samples. Let that man just go wild with the samples, and then Alchemist just lay them drums on some of them. But this is gonna be gonna be a crazy album though, man. I can't wait to hear it. I think this is what people been waiting on too.
Facts. We was talking about, you know, hip hop still going mainstream, but at the same time, it's like, hey, I love that Roc just focuses on the people that he has instead of people he doesn't.
Yep.
You know what
I'm
saying?
saying? He's forcing people to pay attention. When you just good, like Vic too, like you force people to pay attention. Keep that lane going. Yeah. You don't have to again, shout out to like Timbaland and those guys of that ilk, but you don't have to have a Timbaland beat to shine. You don't.
Yeah. I've been saying that
at
for
all.
years.
You don't need it.
You don't need the Pharrell feature.
That's why I love the fact that a lot of these guys is indie, because they're not relying on labels forcing them to hop on, you know, to be Mr. Potato Head like Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Put the Band-Aid on the cheek.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good gracious, audacious.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give a
good gracious.
I'm gonna give a early flowers, man, because what y'all are talking about, I've been saying this for years, and it's what the first person I thought about who did this all the time, who it was Fabulous. He used to always feel like he needed the hottest of the hot at the time, producer wise, R&B singer wise for hooks, and it was like, nah, man, just stick to the basics. But I want to give my flowers to Fabulous because he really came through with the soul tapes and the mixtapes afterwards. But I also want to give my flowers because for me, I think the turn of what we're starting to see now of artists, hip hop artists going back to true form, and this is a slight flowers or maybe a major one, is Core Mega. When he did a album with Large Professor, it was just all Large Professor, and it was just maybe just a few, maybe 5-7 songs or something like that. I can't remember the number, but
exactly
that I think that was at least my beginning, and it was good to see from then that activity take place to current date. And I forgot the album.
I agree with you. I forgot the album name too, Bebo, but I agree completely with you, because that's why I was telling Vic, like that's what kicked off. Like you need that 2 turntables and a mic session to where your producer and your MC collabs. Your producers are always supposed to make your MC shine,
right?
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to spend hours and weeks and months in the studio with that one person. Like, I don't need you to send me something, you know what I'm saying, over email. And then
let's get a spot in this group.
Let's get in the booth. Let's get in the studio and let's vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of these cats is doing now. That's why I like when you hear like Vic stuff, or you hear like West Side Gun stuff, or any of them cats like that. It sound flawless because they in Currency too. They in the studio with the actual producer, Nas and Hit Boy, all that stuff sound flawless because they actually in there doing the thing together.
That's
Instead
right.
of
I
getting
saw
the Timberland track
with Joey
emailed to
Badass
you.
and Larry June.
Same
That's what they were
thing.
doing. You
Same
know,
thing.
Sound
Same
Selector was
thing.
just like going through beats, and they was like, "Hold up, that's it. Go
That's
ahead,
it.
spin it." And then even when he was playing in the studio, what came out on the album was totally different. So you know, they went in and just started, you know, picking at it, man, and getting it beautiful. So that's what you do.
That's how
That's
you
it.
do it.
So
Oh yeah.
That's
but
how
I
you
think
get
this
her
rock
done.
album is gonna be serious, man. For
Yeah,
real.
oh
gonna be
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Looking forward to that Elephant Man Bones.
Me too.
Speaking of
Me
Elephant
too.
Man, and somebody's about to get smacked.
Stop.
Will
Why'd
Smith,
you
man.
get the picture of Chris Rock like that when he just got the hand laid
man.
Oh,
He
that
just
face
got
was
the-
red.
Man,
Now.
dog.
Yeah, he just got the palm laid.
Yeah, man.
5 fingers.
Before we go ahead, Mob D's a perfect example. One producer.
Yep.
Yeah. Facts.
Yep. You
Shout out
can't
to
recreate that. You
Nah.
cannot recreate that sound.
Touch, I need you to go in on this Will Smith though, too, though. You know what I'm saying? Anton, I need y'all to go in, man, on this, man. Like, it's been like what, 2 months?
It's been at least since February, I want to say.
February? Damn.
February, March, somewhere around there.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Will Smith went on, man, and put on his LB hat, man, his logo hat.
Stop.
And went in with that nice little $500 polo on.
That's that
and,
Wario.
It went on video, man, and like it did an apology to Chris Rock. Obviously, we know he slapped him at the at the Oscar joint. What y'all think about the video, man? And do you think he was sincere with the bull?
I don't want to say that he wasn't sincere, but I don't see a point in coming out with the video at this point in time, man. It was like months ago. I mean, usually like when something like that happens, you kind of want to address it then and there, because now you just bringing up the old wound.
Exactly.
People gonna start talking about it again and try to cancel you. We've always said on this show, at least, when something like that happens, just lay low, keep your name.
You better lay low.
Keep your name out the mags, keep your name off the TV, keep your name off the internet. And to me, this just makes it worse. This is like Meg doing the interviews talking about Tory Lanez still. You know what I'm saying? To try to put lipstick on that pig. Pause.
Yeah.
It's the same principle, man. I don't get why you would do this. I'm not saying, I mean, Will to me seems sincere. He did. And he even qualified it by saying, look, I got issues with the dude. Like this been an issue for me for a minute. It wasn't just the slap incident. Like basically he was saying that there's beef. You know what I'm saying? So, but if there's beef, let it be beef, man. Y'all just beefing. Plenty of people beef out here. There's no need though for you to try to, you know what I'm saying, smooth it over. I mean, it is what it is, man. You slapped the dude, we all seen it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. That's how I feel.
Touch might be a pastor, man. It's a plea for sympathy. Y'all agree with Touch?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like kind of to my point. It's like it's been months, bro. Like you supposed to do that, like when it happens, like you and Chris supposed to sit down and squash that. But then like I said, then he qualified it by saying it was bigger than Jada. we got beef. Like I got an issue with this dude. Then why apologize now? Like to me, it just makes no sense. But I'll let you go in, Bebo, because you look like you better throw the kufi on.
I might.
You got that?
I might. I think I got my. I might got one. I might got one to help. Maybe help answer your question. Maybe. But let me. Let me make sure it's tight on there. No, let me start by saying that I do think that Will's apology video here was carefully crafted in regards to delivery and communication. Okay. I will say, in conjunction with what Jay Camp was communicating, I do think at the same time, this should have been made immediately after the Oscar slap, as opposed to a few months after the incident. In fact, come to think of it, how is it that your so-called wife, Jada, did a shallow video sitting up there She was sitting up there on red table looking like a tube sock with a big toe sticking out the hole.
Bruh.
Yeah, she just. But how is it that she went up there looking like that before Will put out the video? Is what I'm getting at.
Because she's like, yo, I gotta get back to business. I gotta get this red table cracking.
Right,
looking
right.
like Wayne, looking like Wayne head.
World's most dangerous podcast.
This is why you come to Fresh Out, man. You ain't gonna get this nowhere else, man. But here, man, come on. Man.
Here's the tinfoil kufi part as a possible.
Go in though. This is what we're ready for.
So, Will is going to act in Escape Slave, yes. Escape Slave, Invincible Black Love thriller story next year called Emancipation. Iceberg sounds like he already knows about this.
Wow.
And he's getting paid to the
$35 million
in advance.
So this is Hollywood saying
in advance. Get your Negro A word out there. maybe. Hey, dog. Simply marvelous.
Facts.
Hey,
she wears the money green Timbs.
Folks,
in the family.
Not the money green.
The money green Timbs, not the forest green.
Hey, yo, B.
Them Khaled Timbs. She's wearing them in the family.
But you know what? Simply Marvelous does make me want to repeat something, man, because this isn't just on some relationship, whatever, machismo stuff and whatnot. The reason why he's feeling confused, he felt fuzzy, he said, and all that, is because he's a beta. That's really the reason. And betas have trouble oftentimes dealing with their emotions. And he's up there looking emotional. I mean, he is an actor.
Sometimes.
but this is the thing. It just came out this week that she was allegedly smashing J-Lo's husband at the time.
Oh, Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
And
then you smashed Argus Alsina too.
Hey.
I mean, if you will, you kind of feel a certain kind of way. And she's on Red Table talking about your SEX is trash.
It's like she's trying to get that dude to cut her loose. Doing
man,
everything she can.
Doggone. Folks, I hope that a lot of people took notes from not only the global slap, but even the discombobulated disposition. The global slap. Actually, this picture right here, the one on the far right, and even this one here. Take notes, folks, because when you lose control of your emotions, you could lose most, if not all, of your opportunities. All over what, or should I say,
right?
Who?
So they're going to embarrass him with the Slave movie first before he go to Bad Boy 4 or anything like that. You got to do the Slave.
Exactly. You got to do the Coon movie now, and and it's so funny that after he did the slap, dude had the nerve to, you know what I'm saying?
He did
pop the collar as he's walking off stage, like he was doing the.
Hey man, do y'all really think he was sorry, or y'all think he was just sorry it was at that event, in that moment?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I think he was sorry that it was in that moment at that event because he seen them greenbacks start to go up in flames. He was seeing them greenbacks like getting.
But I also think, man, it also showed not even losing the money. It showed that he was super insecure.
Insecure and weak.
It showed who he really was.
Yeah, it did. And it showed who a lot of other people are who are in very similar predicaments relationship-wise. Folks, control your household, control your situation.
Well, the other thing too, man, is a lot of people get in trouble by doing that, man, by trying to honor their woman because the woman's over there talking that junk to some people that she shouldn't be doing it to, and you go in there and get bucked.
Yeah, he's over there looking like watery Kool-Aid, just weak. Just weak.
Going in with your big nose.
Right, going in there with your big nose. Go on, girl, with your big nose. With your big nose.
Big nose.
Y'all with some N words, but
Right.
Touch said he was acting like a leading man when he slapped
Right.
Chris. See,
Key
but that's
words.
acting. Gosh, acting.
Like,
yeah,
that's the
defend
quote.
her honor. Yeah, how's
Right.
that
Hey,
looking for you
do
right
y'all
now?
think that Chris should ever come out and talk about it, or you think he should just let this go and keep moving like he's doing?
Chris
Nah,
is
I
well
think
within
he
his
just-
rights to do what he's doing and
Yeah, I
not saying
think
anything
just-
if he doesn't want to. Go ahead,
Just
J.
keep it
Camp.
moving. Yeah, because I mean, there's
Watery
no point.
Kool-Aid.
There's no point in in shining light on it. Why? You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving, man. Like, why give Will the time of the day? He already gave himself an L.
He
by
did.
the act. You know what I'm
Heck,
saying?
you even got you got Kevin Hart giving Chris
Coming out
Rock
and
a
coming out
goat
with a goat.
named Will.
Right.
Come on, man. Chris Rock's. I mean, all the aces are on his side of the table,
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
man,
playing with a full
and
deck.
rightfully so. Rightfully so. As the victim, let's be
He's
clear
got a
about
full
that.
deck. Right.
Well,
Chris
this is the
does
thing,
have-
man.
he has all the leverage,
If y'all
right.
was on the squad though, what would y'all tell him to do? Like
Who?
when you do
Will or
something like
Chris?
that.
Talking about Will squad.
Yeah,
or
if
Chris's
you on
squad?
Will's squad, man, what should he have done?
Again,
should've-
I would have told him, don't say nothing. Keep it moving.
No,
Nah.
go ahead though. Go ahead though, bro.
Well,
Nah,
I
I'm
agree
just
with
saying-
Camp. If you're not gonna talk when it happened, don't ever say
don't
nothing.
say nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. Like, live your life. That's a live your life moment. We talked. That almost happened. What was it, like 6 months ago?
Yeah.
That this took place.
Something like that.
He's talking about like now.
Why are we here?
Oh, now
today? Because
okay.
you just bringing the wounds back up, and you're gonna have the same people who was killing you on social media and everywhere else trying to cancel you.
Well, but can we say that same thing from a networking standpoint, from a connection standpoint? We don't know what opportunities he may. I'm not saying he's losing any, but we can't say that he's not. So could it be a situation where his team is saying, "Hey, look, you should have gotten in front of this thing early on," and I believe
And
you
you
should
didn't.
have. So it's better late than never, because if you don't, then this is just going to continue to look like a downward situation. Do you guys think that that's a possibility?
Well, I think too, though, Bebo. I just want to go back to the role real quick that he's playing in this new movie. To me, that shows how shallow and how weak the acting game is in Hollywood. If we're relying on Will Smith to play a coon role and then have to apologize for his behavior.
Well,
This first of all, hey, shout out to Simply Marvelous. But this is the thing, though.
Man.
This is the thing.
Right. Curb Jada.
This is the thing. This is
one.
like a no-brainer. Like Jada is like Snarf, dude, on Thundercats, man. Just get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? So
Lionel, no.
You don't have any business being up in the Thundercat little layer joint.
Because you have no battle. Like,
You have no
can't even
battle.
fight.
But this is the thing, though. Why do you think he's not leaving Jada or separating himself from Jada?
I think that they're contractually obligated to stay together.
I was going to say
Put
the
the
same
cool for
thing,
him, man.
I was going to say the same thing, because why wouldn't
She know too much?
anybody want to live and breathe in a toxic environment like that?
Right. I mean, he committed long ago after his first marriage that
especially
he would never.
Especially somebody with bread. Like, why would you, if you
Yeah.
like, you papered up, bro? Like, you have nothing to lose unless you're contractually obligated.
Betas always feel like they have something to prove from their past experiences. Will, in this case, he was married once before, and he honestly admitted that he blew that opportunity.
He did. He said
so. Yeah, so I think he vowed with Jada that he wasn't going to allow himself to get into another divorce. You know, so you couple that with their open relationship lifestyle that they've had. Like going back to what Iceberg was saying, like, hey, there's some
she's
stuff
the real
that's known.
Jada Al-Qaeda. They need to give her the Jada Al-Qaeda name. That's basically that's her.
Iceberg. Hold on. I heard how you just laughed, Iceberg. Here's the Koofy, bro. Laugh.
I mean,
right.
You know, my thing's like this though, man. Like, obviously Jada knows something, and then it's almost like she created the red table talk just to basically embarrass this dude. Because at the end of the day, let's be clear, Jada is Tito Jackson. She's trash. She has no freaking talent whatsoever. She tried to be a rock star singer, didn't work. Remember, she had a little video that came out. She talking about some devilish stuff. Then
Yeah.
basically she's known for getting smashed in Jason's lyrics by that metal tree joint. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
You only got the Matrix situation because Aaliyah died.
Yep.
So what you known for? Then when it comes out and you say, oh, you have an opportunity to say, hey, this is my husband, I support him, say I love him. You're basically like, I didn't want to marry the dude. I was crying at the wedding. I didn't want to marry my mama. My crackhead mama wanted me to marry him.
Crying
So
down
you've
the
been
aisle.
trashing the dude since day one. Since you did this red table, since you got like a voice. So it's like, man, there's a reason why he's staying with her, because I think she know too much. And you know how he is, man. He on that Dwayne Wade fingernail swag, you know what I'm saying? So
wow.
How you doing? You know what I'm saying? So
y'all should check out his first movie one day. Speaking of which,
Dwayne Williams.
That dude is Beyonce's album, dog. So I mean, like I said, man, shout out to Chris, man, for being an OG, man, and understanding the game and getting that bag, man, without saying something,
man. Throughout all of this, from the initial slap to now, his just overall decorum, especially at that moment when he got slapped.
Chris won, man.
When he got slapped. Yeah, man, we got slapped, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he did.
He won.
I mean, these dudes are too rich to have these problems, man.
Yeah, and I mean, and he took the slap just like a G, because most people would have blacked out as soon as Will turned around and it'd been over for him.
Right.
He would have caught that
man,
spear.
Hey, what up, man?
That
Shout
Bill
out to Will,
Goldberg
man.
spear.
Shout out to all the man, but it's still black men over here doing some silly stuff, man. And then, man. Let's be clear, man. Hollywood's not innocent in this either, man. They always put some violent stuff, and I guarantee the movie that he's going to be in is going to be straight Killmonger and some old Black Panther, black on black stuff, man. Like, it's going to be trash. So, it's going to be a snuff film, in my opinion. So. Before we get out of here, man, I just want to talk about Mozzie real quick, man, because I know Mozzie's J Camp's guy, and he's about to do a bid, man, for a year, man. We were just talking about this before we went on live, me and Bebo.
I do like Mozzie though.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, man, on him taking this bid, man? Because again, another good rapper, in a prime, just signed with Yo Gotti, and you fumbled the bag with this joint. What's your thoughts, man, before we get up out of here on that?
I mean, you just said it. You just signed a good deal. You finally have the platform that you always wanted, and your music is now being heavily played. You know what I'm saying? East of the Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Right. Which is also something that was going to benefit you. And now this happens. It's almost like your boy for the Hornets, like Miles Bridges. Basically took the Miles Bridges L,
back fumbler of the year.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm rooting for Mozzie, man. I hope that he's able to overcome this. But usually, like when stuff like this happens, it does not end well for the artist. I mean, it don't, because you can't do no music. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you get forgotten. You get shuffled to the back of the deck. I mean, what other options does Gotti have? You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna fumble his bag. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make that up. So he's gonna pump the Glorilla type people who's trash. She's gonna get pumped, and she's gonna get your cake. She's gonna get the marketing you were supposed to get. So again, I hope dude is able to kind of reform and recover and respawn. I hope he's able to redo all the reads you can think of that he gets. A repeat. So I hope he's able to land on his feet though, man. I mean, shout out to Mozzie again. I am a fan of him, so it's definitely sad to hear about stuff like this, man, because he does have talent, and I believe he would have easily been the best artist on Gotti's label. I mean, and Gotti got a steal when he got him. You know what I'm saying? A steal. And we had talked about that too, Iceberg, about Gotti building a hell of a roster.
Dude, he packed out an entire arena, that FedEx Arena in Memphis with his own artists. Like, who does that, man?
That's big, bro.
That's big. Man. There's not a lot of people in Atlanta that can do that. You know,
that's what I was saying. Like, to be able to get your music east of the Mississippi when you a Cali dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. It's hard to do unless you like the Kendrick type dudes or the other little young cat from LA who was getting like the awards and stuff last year.
The Roddy Rich.
The Roddy Rich type dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you getting on like the big platforms and big sticks. You know what I'm saying? And Mozzie was headed in that direction, going to be that next dude on the West Coast who was like next up. But unfortunate, man. Bebo.
It is. I mean, I can't really add more to that, bro. Sadly, another one bites the dust in some shape, form, or fashion. I mean, thankfully, he didn't get, removed from this world, but he is removed from
Absolutely.
he is removed from freedom for a year, and to get caught up on those federal charges, like he and so many artists of his like do. You just oftentimes, here's the thing, man. Most artists, regardless of how many years they've been in the game or whatever, they don't understand that when they engage in activity that's going to get them pent up, the fact that they don't understand the fact that the industry is not going to be overly sympathetic.
Unforgiving.
It's very unforgiving. They will forget about you at the snap of a finger. And I'm talking about both the industry at times and the consumer base.
And the label.
Yeah, both sides of the spectrum. So I do hope that, once he gets out of lockup, that he, pulls it together, just like from a standpoint of lifestyle, and continues to hopefully he can stay in the favor of Yo Gotti and the label that he signed to as well. Hopefully this didn't damper any relations with that.
Yeah,
and hopefully he gets back on solid footing after
that's
after
what I'm
bid.
hoping for too. Because while I don't see Gotti like terminating that contract,
right, probably
it's hard for me to see Gotti saying, "All right, I'm about to go heavy behind this dude now," because what incentive does Gotti have in case something else happens?
If I put money into you, what are you gonna do? Get another gun charge? Where's your homie at that should have took that charge?
Exactly.
Man. Hey, this is business that we're talking about right here, folks. So this is the business mind.
It ain't got nothing to do with Mozzie being cool or being a good guy, a good fella.
It's business.
It's business. Business at the end of the day, Gotti's got to make a business decision.
Yeah.
For his label.
But we want the best for Mozzie.
We want the best for Mozzie, man. Because Mozzie's too talented to be doing this foolishness.
We want the best for Will too.
Yeah.
I don't think we got to say that before. Well, we said it before, but we didn't get to say it.
I mean, but this thing, man, this is
he's got to want it. He's got to want it.
He's got to. People got to want to get better and do better, man. It's some action involved. But like I said, man, again, man, we always pushing positivity for the brothers, man. Unity all day long, man. Imagine if we all got together, man, and did this business right, and how we could take over the game, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is what we do over here. We always trying to push that, man. And at the end of the day, man, we always trying to get better, man. And so to get with us, you got to keep on doing that too, man. And we try to do it with some of the other cats, man. Like shout out to Joe Claire and some other guys that we, about to holler at, man. You know what I'm saying, and do some things with them. Pause. We're just trying to get better every day, man. So again, when you got that bag, man, and it's right in your hand, and you've been working so long to get to that position to grab it, you know what I'm saying? You got to basically make sure everything's cool, man. And also put some fences around you too, man, because the devil's gonna get busy, man, when you get close to your goal. You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
So and like I said, man, in facts, man, all day long.
Facts.
And also, hey man, Simply Marvelous, man, we gotta hook you up with Spice King, man. He got a little Black Panther, little Wakanda spice coming out.
He does have a Wakanda spice.
So we gotta hook y'all up, man. And also, man, we gotta holler at, man, Bedroom Bully, man. Happy birthday, man.
Hey, who's
saying that? Scroll up. No, scroll up.
Man,
No.
You know what to do.
P got all the ladies' bedroom bully, man. Let's go, man. Birthday dude with the what's that lotion from that the little ladies have, the little glitter stripper
at Cucumber Melon.
The Cucumber Melon.
No.
You're gonna come home smelling like that, dog.
Man,
with somebody's daughter's eyelash on your face.
Right. Bebo gonna have glitter all on his face, arms, his phone, everything gonna have glitter on it.
Y'all
so much glitter, man. And that chicken,
y'all are
man,
ugly.
From Magic
kicking
City,
it,
dog,
kicking it with a shorty named Cinnamon. kicking it with cinnamon.
Duh. The lemon pepper loose cinnamon.
Lemon
joint.
pepper
Right.
loose cinnamon.
Yeah.
Good looking out, son. Not to these Negroes for that picture, but good looking out, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all
Anyway,
some,
birthday boy,
nah, but
man.
good looking out. Good looking out. Not
Any shout outs, man. Any birthday shout out before we get up out of here?
Hey, shout out to the supporters, man. Shout out to the haters. I think you had a title on our Wednesday show. I believe it was "Hater to Love It," and either
Underdog
way,
Hater to love it. The
hater to love
underdogs
it.
on top.
Yeah. Shout out to Fifth for that.
I'm Raps MVP.
Man,
Y'all gonna
yeah. You know what? This is the most. Iceberg said this several minutes back. This is the most you've seen Fresh Out in a 3-4 day stretch.
Yep.
At least from Wednesday to Saturday. You know, we gave y'all 3 episodes, which is something we've never done before.
Nope.
And 2 out of those 3 episodes had some wonderful features. If you didn't check out Vic Spencer, go a couple episodes prior to this one.
Vinyl too.
Yeah.
Go ahead and support him and check out the jewels and wisdom that he spit on there, as well as some exclusives that you may not have heard before. And check out the Spice King interview that we conducted yesterday as well.
Straight off the Clearport, off the tarmac.
Yes, literally. And you know, those brothers, as well as you guys, are always spitting gems, words of wisdom. Folks, you only get one life. I think Les Brown said in so many words, the most expensive place isn't like a bank or like Wall Street or anything like that. It's the graveyard. And it's because so many dreams, ambitions, and wishes and so forth die, and talent die along with those individuals who never either made those things into fruition or at least made the attempt. So definitely do what it is that you need to do to get yourself fresh out in your own way and become the best version of whoever you are gifted to be and blessed as an individual that you are for you and your household. J Camp, take us home, brother.
Man, it's hard for me to come behind that Deacon Bo P.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
I see some glitter in my life. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, we got kind of spice, man.
Yeah,
you killed that, but definitely, man. Shout out to folks like Touch for continuing to bring that flame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and the jewels, because I did not think of of your boy who has fumbled the bag, man. You know what I'm saying, because he has been weak on the album, man. But anyhow, man, shout out to him. Shout out to Devon, Carolina, all the other cats that rock with us, Simply Marv, Nightmare,
Coalition. Coalition. There's an album that needs to be completed, folks. Let's get to it.
Shout out to Les Dog.
Let me drop a bomb for that.
We need some completions on some things.
Exactly. Shout out to Les Dog too for filling in.
Les Dog.
Yesterday and holding it down. Make sure y'all check out Texas Brown Sugar, like and subscribe on her channel as well.
Absolutely.
Put her link in the description below.
Yeah, and definitely do the same thing here. But either way, appreciate y'all hanging out with us on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? You know what we do every Wednesday. We're gonna be tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in. And we're gonna have another guest.
Who do we have? Who do we have coming up on Wednesday? Who do we have coming up Wednesday on next episode of Fresh Out? J Camper. Who's next up?
Tell him, J Camp.
Who's next up as our guest feature, sir?
We got go ahead, Iceberg.
Got that yummy bingo coming through.
Got the yummy bingo.
There you go,
man. She's if y'all don't know Yummy, man, first of all, she can blow. Pause. Sonic Def Jam. If y'all remember, man, like Rockwaller did her first single with a Jadakiss.
With Jada.
You know what I'm saying? Heavy album was cold.
The real
man.
Jada.
Yeah, the real Jada, man. Not the Jada with them green Timbs on.
Not that toe sticking out that tube sock.
Yummy, man, is just, man, fire, dope singer, artist, man, writer. She's gonna be on here Wednesday 9:30, man, with us, man, tapping in. And Nino Beige is gonna be in the building too, man. Producer with Coast Contra. You know what I'm saying? Raz Cast, man, a lot of cats, man, real heavy in the game out of LA, man. So
Absolutely.
he'll be with us for a little bit, but Yummy's gonna hold it down with us for 30 minutes, man. And
Holding
we're
it
gonna have a
down.
good time talking to her, man. You know what I'm saying? She got a new single on the way too. So
Nice.
other than that, man, like I said, man, take us home, J Camp, man, before we get out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all stay safe. Protect your neck out here. Again, it's a lot of foolishness going on out in this world. So make sure you protect your family, protect yourself, protect all your loved ones. Check on your people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you just checking on folks and make sure they still doing good, still breathing, man. That's important for a lot of people. But outside of that, man, again, appreciate y'all for tapping in and Fresh Out. Bebo P, Iceberg Slim. We
Peace to
out
LB,
here.
the Podfather, too.
Depotimus
sir.
Prime. Definitely Depotimus Prime, man.
Peace.
Peace.